Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Zach Lesage here, and we're back with another Rare Candy TCG video, and this one's going to be a deck profile and PTCGO playthrough of the one, the only Mewtwo Mew GX. So a little bit of a backstory on this card, or I guess this deck. I filmed a video for it a couple weeks back, going into regionals. I made it a little bit too specific for that event. There wasn't enough time in the week to upload it, so we had to can it. So that's why I wanted to bring it back. So we're kind of re-recording this video in the Cosmic Eclipse format, so you can see exactly how this deck has grown over time. This deck has won the World Championships, it won Atlantic City, it won, was it Cologne Regionals? I think it was Cologne, the one that TRBarron won in Europe, and it won the Knoxville Regional Championships. So, considering that those have been mostly all the main North American events, and some events in Europe, and the World Championships, and Henry Brand has done well with it out in Oceania region, this deck seems like it's going to continuously be a threat in the game no matter what format you're playing it or what set is recently released. So we have the Cosmic Eclipse version of this deck. So the strategy of this deck is basically use Perfection, couple it with an Energy Expediter such as Welder, and attack with a bunch of Pokemon that are in the discard pile or in play, mostly in the discard pile. So I'll go over this deck. Feel free to take a screenshot of the deck right now so you can see exactly what's up there. You can see here we got the full list. It's looking a lot like Daniel Altavilla's winning list, and that's because his list is almost perfect. We had to add some new Cosmic Eclipse cards, such as Great Catcher, to bring up our opponent's Pokemon GX, and a copy of Mega Lopunny Jigglypuff, or Lopuff as people have been calling it. So I'll go through the cards one by one, and just remember, if you got the Pokemon in the discard pile, as long as it's a GX Pokemon, you can copy it. So new big attacker out of this set, Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff, got a Jumping Balloon, which can absolutely cannibalize a Pikarom deck. Any deck that plays a lot of GX Pokemon, including Mewtwo Mew Mirrors, you could destroy them with Jumping Balloon. I haven't really used Puppy Smashers GX too much, but it can 200 snipe, and that might just be enough to snipe off a Pokemon that has that little amount of HP. So it could knock out something like a Dedenne on the bench. Let's say if you don't have the Psychic Energy for Venom Shot, it does give you some options. So Jumping Balloon is mainly what we're using this card for, attacking all the GX Pokemon in play. We got Naganadel GX. We are only using this for Venom Shot, so we could pick 2 energies off of a Mewtwo Mew, preferably Fire Energies, because the Psychic Energies we'd like to keep live. We only play 3 in this deck. So sniping something for 170, watch out for Mew. That would stop Venom Shot from working, from sniping the bench. Reshiram Charizard GX. This is a card that I want to bring back into this deck. I'm a little bit worried about cards such as Gardevoir Sylveon, but you want to, more and more that I think about it, I'm more worried about Keldeo GX. So I might, while we're doing this, I'm trying to figure out exactly how could I get past Keldeo GX. Greninja GX comes to mind, but Reshizard isn't really the card. So I don't know, because if you look at Keldeo GX, right here, prevent all effects of attacks, including damage done to this Pokemon by your opponent's GX or EX Pokemon. So maybe we just need a strong single prize card attacker. So let's go filters, and let's go basics, and let's just go through exactly and see what our options are. Because while I'm going through, I just want to like come up with something that can actually attack and get the knockout. And I don't know if there's anything new. I basically have almost every single card on PTCGO. And I just can't find a card that would get through Keldeo GX. Like, this card would not get through it either. And before you say Power Plant, that would shut off our own Perfection, so that doesn't really help us. I think we might want to just go with Greninja, similar to what Tord played. There's just not a lot of options for us to get through. I might not even find something. This deck might just lose to Keldeo GX. Keldeo GX prevents all effects too, so Muck Muck doesn't help us. We can attack with Mewtwo. I know that I was just gonna go through the deck profile picture and I'm like, take a screenshot. But yeah. Nope. Nope. That won't go through, right? No. Can't find anything that would go through Keldeo. Like, maybe it would just have to be like a fire Pokemon and like just trying to think like if there's anything cool that we just got. You wanna know what? Let's just go back and I'm just gonna play a basic list. If we run into a Keldeo, that might be an issue. This deck might just lose to Keldeo. So this is the list. Whether you want to play Rush Zard or not, that's what we got. I'm just not going to bang my head over it. And in the games, if we run against Keldeo, we will just take the L. Moving on to Magcargo. Magcargo, you can go into Lava Flow. So it allows you to almost be like a Blacephalon, except you discard the energies. You do 50 plus 50. For each card you discard. And Burning Magma GX, you can use as a deco condition against stall decks or decks that just are maybe your opponent was not paying attention, left themselves with 5 or less cards in their deck. Charizard GX is the big slammer. You can swing hard with Flare Blitz GX, or you could use Flamethrower for 140, 280 if they're weak to Psychic type. Dedenne GX, we're running hot with 4 copies of this. We're using it for Dedenne Change to discard all of these Pokemon. You can see we got a lot of Pokemon we want to discard with the Dedenne GX using Dedenne Change, so keep that in mind. Solgaleo GX can allow us to bring back energies from our discard pile to accelerate energies more often. We can use Prominence GX to heal all the damage if we really need to. Espeon Deoxys. Psychic Club doesn't really come up too often because there's a lot better attacks that we can use, but Cross Division does give us a spread win con wherever we can knock out our opponent's board, set up knockouts, gain a lot of prize cards, ruin their setup, whatever we need to do. Espeon Deoxys is cool. Jirachi is really only for blocking weakness with Psychic Zone. Do keep in mind that it does block both yours and your opponent's while you're playing this card. We do have Star Search, so you can search your deck for an energy card for a Psychic and attach to one of your Psychic Pokemon. So you can search your deck for a Fire Energy and attach it to a Psychic Pokemon. It's a little bit weird if you just like skim rate it, but it is right there. Latios GX. If you are attacking with a blind Latios GX, make sure you have 4 Pokemon, or if you have 5 Pokemon in play total or more. This is really for Tag Purge. If your opponent has a juicy GX attack that you think is going to absolutely destroy you, you can use Clear Vision GX, but there's usually a better GX attack to use. Tag Purge is just absolutely busted, blocking Tag Team from attacking. And as for your treat too, which is a huge plus to put it on your bench. Marshadow, this is to get rid of things that are pesky, such as I don't know, new Chaotic Swell. We got Power Plant. Power Plant's usually the big one because Power Plant absolutely destroys the stack. Got a Mewtwo here, so this can get us back our Welder. It's the only supporter we play, and put it right on back on top of our deck. Then we got the Mewtwo Mew GX. We can use Miraculous Duo GX. I don't really use it too often, but it is a great way to heal damage from all of your Pokemon, similar to Solgaleo GX's Prominence GX. But really, we're using it for perfection and copying whatever we want. Moving on, we got a handful of copies of Acrobike for there. So look at the top 2 cards, and this is for us to really discard energies, Pokemon, whatever we really need, and go through our deck, get what we want quicker. Cherish Balls with a lot of GX Pokemon. You can see this deck has some serious bling in it, lots of shiny cards. We can search them all out with Cherish Ball. Energy Recycle System. Sometimes you will need to shuffle some energies back, or just grab a single energy from your discard pile. Especially with the 2 different types of energies, the fire and the psychics. Energy Recycle System fits in very nicely with this deck. Great Catcher, bring up whoever we want. Well, whoever we want, that's a GX Pokemon in Standard. Knocking out the Pokemon that we want to knock out. Got Mysterious Treasure. Again, we want to discard a Pokemon to get into the discard pile to copy with perfection. We do have a lot of Psychic and Dragon type Pokemon in this deck that we could search out with Mysterious Treasure. Pokegear, we got 3 copies of these, helping us get our Welder. Remember to go through things like Giant Hearth first, Mysterious Treasure, Cherish Ball, Acrobikes before you go with Pokegear to give yourself a higher chance of getting Welder out. Reset Stamp. When in doubt, Reset Stamp your opponent to a low amount of cards in their hands, and hopefully they just got nothing. That's pretty much where we're at with that. Switch, sometimes you have the wrong Pokemon in the active. Pretty basic card. Giant Hearth, discard a Pokemon or whatever we want to discard at that time. Grab a couple energies to power up with Welder. Viridian Forest, sometimes we don't want a fire energy. Sometimes we need one of our 3 psychic energies. So we can get those with Viridian. Welder, you should know what this card is if you played Pokemon in the past like 6 months. If you haven't, this is probably the best supporter card we have in format. Welder's just absolutely insane-o busted. Attach 2 and draw 3 cards. This card should be banned. And then we got fire energies and psychic energies. So again, take a screenshot. I promise I'm not going to do any changes. I promise. I absolutely promise. You have my word. I swear on X in the clouds. This is what we got here. So let's jump into some games, see exactly how Mewtwo Mew handles the new Cosmic Eclipse format. Okay, so we're in for our opponent of the game. Didn't really see exactly what they were playing. Wasn't paying attention when we were going through that. But we did win the coin flip, so that's pretty cool for us. And yeah, we would love to go first here. So, what's up, Radini? If you watch this video, be sure to holla at me. We're going to start with Latios GX. Free retreat is bust retreats. And let's see exactly what our opponent flips over. This deck in this format has it struggles against Malamar, single prize card attackers. Looks like our opponent might be playing Guardian, or maybe they're playing Alolan Ninetales. You will love to draw an extra card, although that Mewtwo is just going to go to waste. Okay, there's a Cherish Ball. Let's grab a Mewtwo. Now, I have a hunch here that they are going to be playing some kind of version of Alolan Ninetales, and they're just going to use Substrika to get them into the discard pile. Probably just want to get out a Mega Lopunny so we can attack through the charms. There's a Mewtwo Mew, and let's pitch this hand away. Goodbye, hands. So we're already doing okay. There's a Solgaleo that we can just get into our discard pile with Giant Hearth. And let's get some more things into our discard pile, because we can search out... actually, we probably don't need to worry too much about that. Do we need to worry about weakness? We could just get that into our discard pile. That's cool. Yeah, I don't think we need to worry about weakness. So maybe this would be a cool matchup for us to try to get around with Solgaleo GX powering up, maybe using Miraculous Duo. Not too sure how the Fairy Charms are going to work out in this matchup, or if they're even going to be able to attach him. I'll keep that Acrobike for next turn. And we went first, so we're just going to go ahead and pass. So let's see what our opponent particularly does. This game, there's a Professor Elms, and I'm assuming they're going to grab Vulpix, Ditto, maybe Blitzel. If I'm right, Vulpix, Ditto. So this is probably a bad matchup. Single prize card based, Fairy Charm based, probably Fairy Charm Psychic or abilities. Probably both. Giant Bomb. We're not going to do 180 or more damage. Ooh, Wondrous Lab. Maybe they were waiting on that Jirachi. Let's just pop that away. Discard the Macargo. Grab a couple more fires so we can use Solgaleo's attack. Do you have a fire in there? So let's go for Acrobike now. Yeah, let's grab a switch because we could power up that Psychic Energy with Solgaleo. Yes, sir. So Turbo Strike seems cool. Get a couple energies back. We don't take the effect of Giant Bomb. And jumping balloon is a way for us to get around things. It might not be the best attack to get around things, so we'll see exactly what our opponent has going on here. Okay, there's a Pokecom. They're probably going to go for a Zebstrika. And Alola Ninetales, as far as I remember, it attacks for free. They might play the one that blocks GX Pokemon, which we would just lose to. That is a Psychic Charm. So I was right. This ain't looking good for us. If they just evolve into the other Alola Ninetales, which they should probably play a copy in this deck, seems spooky. There's Hapu. Hapu seems like a great supporter for this deck, to be honest. Lots of Fairy Charms. Probably a deck like this that loses to Malamar, though. It's probably in the same position as like Raichu Nuzzle. I don't even know how much damage our opponent's going to be hitting for. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in their discard pile. So, Thicky 60. But I'm sure, like anything else in this game, that will add up. We can't attack them with Psychic Pokemon. And that prevents all damage. So we can go with Espeon Deoxys. Great Catcher. We basically don't have too many options here. Let's go for... Let's Giant Hurt this away. Well, there are a couple of those on. Let's go Cherish Ball. Let's search out another one of these things. See what Acrobike brings us. See what other Acrobike brings us. Okay, that works out. And again, it's preventing only all damage from Psychic Pokemon, so how many of those do they have in their discard pile? They got 2, so maybe they only play 2 of those Fairy Charms. I know decks like this play upwards of 25 Pokemon Tool cards since they don't even need energies to attack. So, well, it is really cool to go with Cross Division. Take a prize card. I don't know if I want to try to... If they're just going to thin through their deck and I can get them with Burning Magma. Do I want to hit them for 60? Yeah, let's just hit them for 60 right now. And maybe our opponent will just like Great Catcher this up and absolutely cannibalize it. That would be fine too, but they need to get a heck more, load more things in their discard pile. So I think Burning Magma might be our absolute play where we just like play around. I don't know if I've seen a Great Catcher in here. Not so far. This is it's a new list, brand new. So we'll see, maybe our opponent will just hit us for 60s. Because still they only have, well, we'll see exactly what they do once their turn. They're at 19 cards. Maybe they'll just go Zebstrika each turn so they can get close to a knockout. I just want to keep our GX attack alive with Mewtwo and Mew. Maybe our opponent realizes what I'm doing as well. We could also reset stamp them into drawing a few more cards if they don't take some knockouts. So I just think I want to play around a little bit with that. There's another Fairy Charm. Good to know. We could actually knock out both of them. There's 100 damage. I almost want to take the double knockout there, but I know... you wanna know what? That sounds okay. 1, 2... Yeah. I think now is when we take the knockout there, because there's 60... So 50 damage plus 110 is going to be 160. So it'll be a little bit off from taking anything else that we want. Well, let's just go for retreat here into this Mewtwo Mew. We'll take away the fire energy just in case we want to get that back somehow. Putting Mewtwo Mew down there. Let's try Giant Hurt, discarding one of those. I know we have nothing in there. Just want to get more cards out of our deck in case our opponent reset stamps us. And let's go for the cross division. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not like it matters at all. So we're down to 3 prize cards. Sucks that we used our GX attack. But I think we might be able to outlive this game from our opponent by sniping around. Even if they get out the other Alolan Ninetales, the one that blocks GXs, we could snipe around it. So we just have to win the game within the next few turns, 3 turns precisely, in order to stay alive. I just hope that our opponent cannot do 210 this turn. And I might be right about this deck, that you might be able to just go Burning Magma GX. We'll see exactly. I don't know if they have any Fairy Charms left over that are Psychic type. Gone through 3 of them. And they're down to 8 cards left in their deck anyways. One, 2... Sprint again? I don't even know what our opponent's searching for at this point. We might be able to naturally deck them out. Okay, so they actually don't play the Alolan Ninetales that's Fairy type, that blocks GXs from attacking, so that was the biggest thing that I was likely worried about. We just have to knock out this and knock out this, and then our opponent legitimately probably doesn't play any energies. How much are they hitting for? 200. 10 short. Holy. Let's go. Actually, this is insane. Let's just go reset stamp. We win the game. I wasn't even seeing that. Our opponents had 0 cards left in our deck. But let's go Pokegear first just to see we could have hit something. There's a Welder. And then, yeah. So obviously our opponent's not going to let us play it out. I think we would have got that one anyways. That deck's super cool, but it's moments like that where it's it falls a little bit behind. Ooh. Okay, so that's what we got for this game. Let's see what else the deck can do in another game. Grass and Dragon type. What is Grass and Dragon type? At least that's what PTCGO says. Rinrao with the mushroom cut and the obnoxiously blonde mustache looks like a memer. If you're in real life, I totally 100% respect the clout. If you are rocking the blonde mustache and the mushroom cuts in real life, would I like to go first? Of course I would. PTCGO is blessing me right now. Not bad if we can get a fire energy. If we cannot, it's a sad day. I don't want to pitch away 2 Welders. Grass and Dragon. What is our opponent playing? Grass, Water, B-String, Guzmahala, Tag Call. This looks like a spooky deck. And we're past Halloween. Of course I'll guess to rest of 5. There goes the fire energies I wanted. Amen. Buzzmosa. And of course we were only able to get like 1 fire energy total. So let's go Cherish Ball. Yeah. Cherish Ball, please have Charizard in there. Bless up. Charizard. Let's discard Charizard. Let's grab a Mewtwo Mew, or a Mewtwo, because we're probably going to put some cards back on top of our deck. Really surprised that we were not able to get 2 fire energies in our opening hand, but let's just go for 1. Marshadow, just in case our opponent plays like a power plant. Mewtwo, let's put that on top of our deck. Let's put another Mewtwo down. I don't necessarily know if we need to worry about Jirachi, but let's Dedenne this hand away and hopefully we can get another fire energy. Goodbye, busted hands. There's all the fire energies. Let's actually just attach a psychic energy. Let's go Mysterious Treasure there. Probably just putting down a Latios seems, or grabbing a Latios in our hand seems okay. I don't know if I want to put that down. It's our first turn, we can't attack. Let's just pass. And let's see what this Pheromosa Buzzwole deck does. So Tag Call. Opponent's probably gonna grab like a Cynthia and Caitlyn, or a Guzma Hala and another Pheromosa Buzzwole. Oh, they're playing ADP with this. I guess that would be the Dragon type. So I guess they're going to try to do 30 more with Beast Game GX. Drawing an additional 3 prize cards with Beast Game GX, 4 prize cards with Altered Creation. No, I just don't know how this deck works out. Because you can't... I don't know how I feel about this deck. This is wacky. See what our opponent does here. It's one of those weird versions of the deck, but they can search up for 3 energies. Oh, Island Amulet. Okay. Power Plants. Well, let's Welder. And, how serious, like, what do I even want to do against this? Let's go Resetting Hole. Taking that away. That'd be our 3rd Welder gone if I pitch it away. Not entirely sure if we need it. Let's just pitch away that. Or maybe I want that out there. Yeah, let's put that in play just in case I get worried about dealing with Perfection. And let's go Dedenne. Okay, we can always knock that out. So there's an extra energy. I'm not really worried about this getting knocked out. Let's Cherish Ball away. This. Great Catcher. 3 prize cards up. Flare Blitz GX. 300. There's a knockout. And we're 3 prize cards up on our 2nd turn of the game. Ooh, Giant Hearth, really good card. Acrobike, another really good card. Fire Energy, that was amazing 3 prize cards. Let's see, we might just be a Great Catcher away from winning this game, but maybe our opponent will just do a whole bunch of toxic stuff with Lieutenant Surge. It's usually how these decks work out. Giant Bomb. Okay, our opponent's just going Jet Punch. It looks like they just maybe. Okay, I was not expecting that. Let's just go for Lava Flow, rip a bunch of energies off. Yeah, our opponent's just going to concede. Good for us. Quick little game there. Got past that really weird deck that we didn't even see how it got to work. Okay, Nintendo. Call and coin flip. Hopefully we get another good start. These games have been really good so far for Mewtwo Mew. But the Cosmic Eclipse metagame is weird and wide open right now. So we'll see exactly how it goes. This is probably the worst start we've had so far. But we never know how it's going to turn out. Don't want to start to Dene on our bench. Okay. So our opponent flips up a Cottony. Whoa, we've played against some really weird decks so far. I don't know if this less than a Venti now Ice Americana is going to hold up against this. Sky Pillar, preventing all damage and effects of attacks done to bench Pokemon. Simple Lily there. Maybe this is Lost March? Lost March doesn't seem like it's going to be a great matchup. We'll find out really quick. Oh, Alolan Ninetales GX. It still could be Lost March. Nope, it looks like it's going to be Porygon with a bunch of special energies and Whimsicott. Okay, so there's Giant Hearth. Let's discard this. Grab some fire in our hands. And we might let this whole hand go. Don't know. Acrobike. We want to keep the Welder. Oh, maybe we should have went for the other thing. Why, oh, why, oh, why. Okay, let's go Welder onto this Jirachi. Mysterious Treasure this away. Would have been really nice if we could have got things in a slightly different order. Okay, there's a Mewtwo Mew. Our opponent, let's just say their hand is amazing. Let's go Reset Stamp. Goodbye, hand. Hopefully you had a bunch of rare candies and Porygons and stuff in there. Cherish Ball. There's Macargo. Let's Dedenne this away. Let's go Star Search and power up an energy onto Mewtwo. So this is a matchup that I'm definitely scared about, because if they get set up, it might just be bad for us. But let's see if they get set up. It might be good for us. There's the Alolan Ninetales. This is definitely not a common deck at all in the metagame, even with new Cosmic Eclipse cards. Ooh, they definitely have Rare Candy Porygon. And you can see that this card's absolutely insane. You can attach as many special energies from your hand as you like. There's Whimsicott. And Whimsicott has this crazy ability. Any damage is done to this Pokemon by attacks with the Coin of Heads prevent that damage. We don't want to prevent that damage at all. So I actually played against this deck at the World Championships. It wasn't back then. Connor Finton, he was on a different team that's since disbanded, ARG, but now he's on Rock Games. He actually played this deck against me, or a similar deck that is. But with our opponent's Angry Face, maybe they just whiffed. Yeah. So no attack there from our opponent. How can we get around this? Which attacks do we have that just like would knock this out? I think we want a Great Catcher around it, if anything. So let's go. How do we want to deal with this? I'm probably just going to pitch this entire hand away anyways. So let's go, discarding that, let's go Mewtwo. Mewtwo's going to place this on top. We're going to be able to get it with Pokegear automatically. Could have got it with Acrobike too, lots of ways to get it, or we could have done it last turn. Let's see what Acrobike brings us in case we want to discard something. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. So there's a Cherish Ball that we could discard. What do we want to discard? Let's discard Low Puff. Cool. Welder, got some energies there. Awesome. There's an additional energy. I don't really want to get rid of that Welder because that puts our second Welder in the discard pile, but let's see what the Deandre GX brings. Hopefully it's a Great Catcher. Still have a shot. No. Okay, they have 1, 2, 3 in play. We could low puff them for 240 and hope for a heads. We could snipe with Venom Shots. I think Venom Shot might be our best bet. Venom Shotting away that Porygon, so they can't use Crazy Code. I'm gonna go with that. Their deck seems to rely off that. It sucks to get rid of 2 energies, but low puff enough is enough to knock out their other Pokemon, and it will allow us to survive a few more turns in this game. So got a Pokegear, got Giant Earth, got Energy Recycle System. Of course they're just going to go Porygon back down as if nothing happened. Yeah, our opponent's just going to give up there because we're just going to do the same thing next turn with Welder. So good call on my behalf. Remember, sometimes decks have one piece that holds it all together, and that was the gum in their deck. Totally chewed that up and spit it out. Alright, that's what we got today. Thank you so much for watching this video. And Rare Candy as a whole, our whole group really appreciates all the support that all of you viewers give to our channel. So if you made it this far, thank you so much. I really appreciate you watching my content. If there's anything that you have some awesome tech for the deck, or if you have some comment, maybe you played against me while I was making one of these videos and you're like, oh man, I'm sorry I was half asleep or something like that. Zach, you're so mean. Zach, you're so nice. Whatever you want to say, leave it in the comments below. Totally appreciate all the feedback. Any future videos you want to see, feel free to let me know. Reach me out via DM, Facebook, however you want. If you are looking to do more for our channel, and by all means, we already appreciate everything that all of you viewers do for us. We love the support. But if you want to do it a little bit more, you can show us where your heart is and go to patreon.com/rarecandytcg. You can become a patron there. We have a lot of cool content there, exclusive content, put a lot of effort in there, and all the support goes back into the channel. Furthermore, you can go to rarecandytcg.com, pick up some sweet merch. That being said, I am Zach Lesage. You can follow me on Twitter at ZLesagePokemon. So appreciate you all watching this content. Have a great one. Bye.